That Wraith was repaired earlier, and I think it's going to have to be repaired again. While Fantasy, he's getting a very strong anti-air build. This is one of the things I was worried about for Jaedong. Jaedong is coming in with his Mutalisk right now, but Fantasy's anti-air builds are just so vicious, so aggressively anti-air. Oh, 2 Valkyries picking at the forces from Jaedong, and now Jaedong knows about the Valkyries, so he's going to regroup, come up with another plan. Yeah, the only one of the ways I see Jaedong losing in this series if he goes all Mutalisk, because all Mutalisk against Fantasy does not work, because Fantasy he has very, very aggressive anti-air builds, as you can see from his Valkyries here. He gets Medic Marines out, he gets some turrets all over the place, and now Jaedong is coming in with Scourge. He does not want to lose his air superiority, but I'm not sure if this is the best idea for him to still try to commit to air. I think he might want to commit to something else, because maybe a drop or something, because I'm not sure if he's going to be able to tackle this. He's coming in anyway, trying to tackle. Oh, the Scourge coming in, almost taking out the Valkyries. Oh, the Scourge forced to fly away. And it looks like Fantasy is trying to kick back all of these Mutalisks too. So it's kind of a failed attack from Jaedong there. Now the Valkyrie's coming in, ripping up the Scourge, and none of the Scourge have been able to land for Jaedong. So I think Jaedong needs to kind of get away from Mutalisk right now. More Mutalisk being ripped into by these Valkyries. Wow, every Mutalisk going down there. So Fantasy's doing a great job here with his strategy. It's kind of an interesting strategy. While Jaedong is adding his 4th base, his mineral only, behind his main. Oh man, this is such a weird build. I haven't seen this build actually from Fantasy. I've seen him go Medic Marine with Valkyries, but never with tanks too. So now there are lurkers out. So yeah, Jaedong wants to stop this push from happening, and it looks like he is stopping this push from happening. He's pushing back that medic and tank force there. That's kind of funny. And while Hive Tech is coming out, Jaedong critically doesn't have a whole lot of troops on the ground. I saw a couple of lurkers from him, and he's morphing 4 more, but I don't think he has much else. He has a few Scourge flying around too, going to try to get lucky and land on those Valkyries, but I don't think he has a whole lot. I think he lost all of his Mutalisks, and I think that really put him back. So he's pushing forward with a small force, but it's a little bit bigger than Jaedong, so we'll see if he's able to push into the natural here. Fantasy just flying around. He might scan soon, try to get rid of those lurkers in the middle. And wow, this is going to be very exciting, because Jaedong, he's getting up his macro right now, so he's not completely committing to a ton of troops. But once he does have his macro up, he's probably going to be able to overwhelm Fantasy, because Fantasy is still at 2 bases. 2 bases, and I hear lurkers going off there. I love how they show fans when important stuff is happening. Yeah, thanks guys. But looks like Fantasy is moving in, taking out some lurkers with those tanks, and Jaedong's going to have to do something here. He's landing some Scourge on the Valkyries, but not enough. Taking out 1 Valkyrie, but that's it. Almost taking out a 2nd Valkyrie, but he's going to need more. And Jaedong needs more troops. He's getting out his Defiler Mound, but it could be too late. Fantasy is pushing in now, and Jaedong only has a few... well, he has some more lurkers scattered around here. He's trying to intercept backup troops that might be trying to come in and reinforce the army here. But now he's kind of pincered in. I don't know how he's going to get out of this jam. Oh, he's running down, trying to run away, but these lurkers being massacred. Fantasy did a very nice pincer there, and Jaedong's still trying to come in here and attack, but oh man, Jaedong is being stopped at every turn here by Fantasy. Fantasy's playing absolutely great this round. And it's a good possibility that Fantasy might be able to take this if Jaedong can't get his tech and his troops out quick enough. Jaedong is running on very low troops right now, just trying to get that tech up. Oh man, he's losing so much here. Fantasy's doing a fantastic job at taking out troops. Fantasy running up there, but now there's only two lurkers defending the front. So he's doing a super aggressive push right now, and he has Valkyries in tow, so no air is going to get to him. And Fantasy taking care of all the troops. There's hardly any troops here from Jaedong, and Jaedong's in huge trouble. Jaedong's in massive, massive trouble. He does have his Defilers out here. He's going to need those Defilers. Consume just now got up, and that's probably what's going to save Jaedong right here. Jaedong going in, swarming everywhere trying to take out some tanks. Does not manage to take out anything there, but he did defend his front, and that's going to be the most important part. If he can defend his front and keep those bases up and mining while Fantasy is taking out his pyramid, oh man, this is going to be very, very bad for Jaedong. I don't think he'll be able to run up there in time and defend that mineral only. But Fantasy's coming in here. Oh, another Dark Swarm. Another swarm taking out some troops, but still no tanks. None of the tanks being sniped there from Jaedong, and I think that's going to be one of the most important parts in this. Oh man, I'm not sure what Fantasy's doing. He's trying to attack the troops under the Dark Swarm. And now Fantasy's moving up with some Marines, just a small group of Marines. This is a very brilliant play from Fantasy, just sending in the amount of troops he needs to take down this hatchery. Now he's going up to take out another hatchery too. And I think Fantasy knew about that lurker at that mineral only, and that's why he backed off there. But now taking out the Nidus Canal. Oh, man. Jaedong's going to be hard-pressed to fend this off. But now Jaedong's coming in. He does have Consume out, and he's going to be able to Dark Swarm and defend this. He does Dark Swarm, and Fantasy has great reactions in this game. I remember watching Fantasy's old games where he would just run up like a choke with lurkers in it and then just be, well... He kind of just contradicted me there, standing right next to the Dark Swarm with Lurker in it. But I was going to say, he has better reactions in this match. He's taking out the Nidus Canal again. And the Nidus Canal going down. And now Fantasy's coming up here. Another Dark Swarm. Fantasy's going to try to get as much economic harassment as he can here. While Jaedong is defending with one Lurker here. He might be able to do this. And the Lurker going down, so Fantasy's still coming in here, and he's going to be able to take out this hatchery, I think. And I don't think there's much that Jaedong can do about this, because Jaedong is just so low on troop count right now, and Fantasy is all over the place. Fantasy was attacking the mineral only. I think that kind of petered out. But now he's attacking this 1 o'clock base. He's taking out the 1 o'clock hatchery, while he just has a contain here. Behind the... Oh, can't even take out a science vessel. Jaedong, man, he's being stopped left and right, and Fantasy has come to play some freaking StarCraft today. Both of these guys are going to put up a massive fight. You better believe it. All those people who were laughing at Fantasy in his Fantasy hype video, yeah, who's laughing now? Because Jaedong, it looks like, is probably going to lose this game. Unless Fantasy makes a major mistake. There's another prospective hatchery going down there for Jaedong. While Fantasy is expanding again to his mineral only, Jaedong's trying to get rid of these mines, sniping mines with lurkers, which is pretty funny. But now Fantasy's coming in here trying to take on the lurkers, does not quite have enough troops to do it. And now looks like Fantasy has switched to somewhat of a Medica Marine with a science vessel build here. He does have a lot of mines out here, and this is really the first time I've ever seen this build from any player, really, because Fantasy has incorporated almost every unit here in his advantage. Valkyries, Wraiths, Vultures, Tanks, Medica Marines. He hasn't got Firebats out there yet, but I think it's only a matter of time with the Dark Swarm here. And now Fantasy's doing a good job shelling here, but these tanks are going to probably be taken care of by these Lings. So Fantasy, he definitely has the game plan here. He knew exactly what to do from the beginning of the game. So Jaedong's has to adapt here. He has to find a way to get rid of this large... Oh, there are the Firebats. There are the Firebats. I was wondering where they would be. And now Jaedong's trying to find a way to defend this new base, but Jaedong's just so much on the defensive right now that I don't see him winning this game, because you can't win by being defensive unless you're an awesome Terran player and your opponent's stupid. But, oh man. Jaedong is going to take out this mineral only, and it looks like Jaedong... Well, did I say Jaedong? I mean Fantasy's going to take out this mineral only, and Jaedong, all he has left to defend is... Oh, GG from Jaedong. The first game going to Fantasy, and oh my god, that was epic. Epic! I am looking forward to an epic best of 5. I can't imagine Jaedong letting Fantasy 3-0 this, so I think this is going to be an epic series. Fantasy's got to be feeling confident after that, man. But, if you have a history of StarCraft and you know much about Jaedong's play, you'll know that Jaedong always loses the first game of an important series. Always. Just think back to his 2007 Ever OSL. He lost the first game to Stork, went on to win the next 3 games, so who knows? Either way, man, I'm excited. Moving on to the second set as soon as I possibly can. Wow.